We are wrestling.
Olympic hero Kurt Angle, and you're listening to the We Are Wrestling Podcast. We Are Wrestling Podcast.
Let's flip and go.
You're watching We Are Wrestling.
I'm the host with the most.
You are by far the least intelligent.
What is going on? We are Wrestling Maniacs. Ben here, one half of the We Are Wrestling podcast.
We Are Wrestling Podcast.
Make sure to subscribe, baby.
We are wrestling.
What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host with the most, Mr. We Are Wrestling himself, the best one, Donnie here with.
What's up, We Are Wrestling Maniacs worldwide? It has been one half of the We Are Wrestling podcast. And today we got a really fucking weird one because it's so dry like the Sahara in the news of pro wrestling. But before we get into all of that, Don, take it away, brother.
That's right. We have a very special episode for this week's episode of the podcast, and something different that we're going to be doing because a lot of the wrestling news that has come out this week is already stuff that Ben and I covered in, the last couple weeks of the podcast. So we don't really want to, go back around in circles. So we decided that this week we're going to be doing a championship showdown where Ben and I were going to be giving our thoughts on all the current champions in the major promotions. But before we dive into all that good stuff, if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you're listening to the podcast, give us a 5-star review, not just any review, a best one review, and download the episode. But if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, over on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel, where we have nothing but wrestling content, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, we recommend you to hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications, videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO, and of course you already know, the grind is real.
Sorry, I had to throw that out there, buddy. We switching it up today.
So Ben, I do gotta ask you, man, how was Crown Jewel? Because unfortunately, I was not able to be a part of the watch along with you since I was out in Rhode Island.
Oh, it was a hype train till the very end. It was a fucking absolute hype train. Everybody definitely showed up for work, for sure. Like, everybody definitely made it feel like, a bigger, spectacular event, even though it definitely felt like a very big amplified house show. It had a house show feel for sure. But I thought it was great in terms of like in-ring. I'm really pissed off at a few things. If you want me to
hold on. I got you
right
now. I had to screen record this, and it's probably going to be up already on the social media.
Oh shit.
He counted 3, of course. Jimmy fucking Uso, dude. It's so fucking stupid.
Come on, man.
Every time like Roman Reigns is wrestling and Jimmy Uso shows up, that's your same reaction.
All right, so I'm gonna give you like my highlight of the week at the same time because it's not a good one, but it's my highlight. But there's a few things that I'm pissed off about this pay-per-view. So the build, like I said, was fucking spectacular. I loved the build to this pay-per-view. Like I said, everybody came to work in terms of in-ring. I think everybody fucking outperformed what I thought they were going to. Even the main event was pretty fucking great. But there's also problems that I fucking have. One, why the fuck would you have not fucking Io, Kyrie fucking Sane return at a show where it was crickets? Nobody gave a fuck. And that is absolutely fucking ridiculous to me. Like, why the fuck would you choose to bring her back here? That is what the US is for. 100%, because she is massive in the fucking US, dude. So to have her there.
In the Japanese scene, too.
Absolutely, but she just came from there. So she got fucked. 100%. And I was genuinely mad about it, dude. Like, I'm genuinely fucking mad about it. 2. my highlight of the week, but it's also something I'm fucking mad about, and I guarantee a lot of other people can agree. We knew that Roman was going to win. We knew that. But just still found a way to make it boring as fuck, which I called, which I fucking knew.
He counted 3. Of course, Jimmy fucking Uso, dude. It's so fucking stupid.
That's gonna be my new ringtone for you every time you call me.
Go ahead. That's fine. But you literally just repeat the same fucking ending. And I just said, I think on this recent fucking podcast, or we just talked about it in the last one, you can't come up with anything new. The dude can't stand on his fucking own, and you can't have him fucking win clean for shit because he is shit without anybody else. So I'm like, dude, you're just playing the same fucking ending and stretching it out tenfold, and nobody's fucking surprised anymore. Like, even like the fucking outro is fucking stupid. Like, it was just so fucking bland.
Yeah,
lukewarm as fuck.
Break until the Royal Rumble.
However, LA Knight looked fucking massive in that match, dude. Dude could fucking hang. Technically, he pinned Roman. He pinned Roman.
Everybody pins Roman.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though.
It's not
Here's the thing, though. He got an official 3 count, and then the ref noticed his shit. He didn't fucking stop. He counted to 3 and then noticed. It was a massive botch. Massive botch. He counted to 3 like everybody else, including the crowd.
Cone?
No, it was the fucking new Asian dude that they have fucking reffing, which honestly makes me feel fucking horrible. But regardless of the fact, he counted to 3. So, and looked massive in that match. That was something I was happy about. But my highlight was just getting my point proven. Is Roman Reigns cannot get over by himself. He is not a draw. He's not even number 1 in fucking merch sales anymore. The dude is boring. Exactly. The dude's boring. His storyline's fucking boring. His in-ring's fucking boring. His promo work is fucking boring. Like, dude, just get the fucking title off him. Just get if you're doing this just to get past Hogan.
Man is just doing more harm on him, but we're going to be diving into all that.
Yeah,
in the championship showdown.
That's my highlight of the week. Is how fucking right I was proven. Sorry, but continue. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm going to be completely honest, with the We Are Wrestling Maniacs and say I've only watched half of Crown Jewel. I have not had the time at all to, finish the show. I'm very behind when it comes to pro wrestling because I've been just everywhere since the beginning of this month. And
well, you got 2 screens, so watch the fucking show and edit tonight.
Well, I also have to pack too because tomorrow, as we're recording this, which is why, the podcast is out a day early.
Yeah, you're going to get ready to go see mommy. I fucking know, Donnie. I fucking know. That's your highlight of the fucking week. I know. God.
Well, technically it hasn't happened yet, so I'm not going to count
But it's gonna.
That's going to be next week's. Or if I'm an asshole, Paul London will be my highlight of the week. But I am going to, share, a little bit of my Rhode Island Comic-Con experience because obviously that is my highlight of the week. I got the opportunity to meet Rikishi. I got to see Orange Cassidy again. And honestly, it was a really cool time. I also got to meet Squidward, the voice actor that plays Squidward in SpongeBob.
With how you're acting right now with all these fucking insults, man, like, I'm with Meadow. You should have gotten the stink face. You should have gotten the stink face.
You
should have fucking... Yeah,
I had
dude.
a picture of Rikishi I posted, and she commented that on my Facebook, saying, what about the stink face?
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Mad as fuck, man. Like, you're garbage for that, Donnie. Garbage.
But my highlight is definitely got to be the Rikishi meet and greet because he was somebody that I met when, he was somebody that I always wanted to meet. Every opportunity that I've had to meet him, I missed out on because of some bullshit. And Rikishi was my favorite, wrestler as a kid. I loved his work. Very entertaining, too cool. They're my favorite group. Loved Scotty 2 Hotty, loved Grandmaster Sexay, and Rikishi always just stood out to me, during his run. And I finally got the opportunity to meet him, and that was definitely my highlight of the week.
Cool.
Too cool. So, with that being said, let's dive into the championship showdown. We Are Wrestling Podcast 82. So, this week, we're not going to be covering any wrestling news or anything going on, during, the weekly shows. Just seems like everything, is the same as last week.
Stagnant.
So today we're going to be doing Championship Showdown, where Ben and we're going to be talking about the major champions. We're going to start off with the mid-card titles, work our way to the tag team titles, the woman titles, and of course, the World Heavyweight Championships. And this, I feel like, is going to be something new. I think that this is going to be pretty fun. We get to talk about, each person that's holding, their championship, and do some fantasy booking, and also, get to talk about, our thoughts on that person's championship run. So, with that being said, let's get into it, man. You ready?
Let's fucking do it.
All right, so starting off with the mid-card titles, we have the WWE United States Championship, and right now, we just got a new champion this past weekend, Logan Paul. What's your thoughts on him winning the U.S. title, Ben?
Oh, I love it. I mean, like I said, this is the first dude to really put in some fucking work and, obviously get a title that's directly from the outside world. That is a massive fucking draw. 100%. And like I said, is, time and time again, and I'll keep this short and sweet, he's one of the best to do it. He was born for this. The dude's naturally athletic, and the dude was supposed to be in a wrestling ring. The dude has killed everything he's been a part of. So, to put on a championship with a feud that I have a feeling is going to be started at the Royal Rumble with, a certain elimination. Logan's, per se. Yep, exactly. You know exactly where we're going.
WrestleMania, we all know it's going to happen.
Exactly.
You and I know.
Yeah, we got the script, bro. I am really excited for that. I'm really excited to see the Battle of the Megastars at, the grandest stage in wrestling history out in Philly for WrestleMania 40. It's going to be really exciting, man. Really, really exciting. Obviously it's going to be changing hands that night and starting a massive career push and path for one certain megastar. So I can say that I'm really excited to see how much Logan's going to be showing up as a reigning defending champion. I'm really excited to see his credibility get built. Because again, play his cards right. He could be a world champion one day. Play his cards right, depending on how long he's going to be around. How long he wants to do this for. I think he's got it. So I'm really, really excited for where we're going to be going on that path to WrestleMania.
First thing I do want to say about Logan Paul, that save from, Rey Mysterio,
Yes.
Potentially breaking his neck. This man has been in this industry for 2 fucking years. And if you think that Logan Paul is just one of those, celebrities that, he hasn't earned the United States Championship, then you're fucking lying to yourself. And you're still living in the past because of your hatred for the Paul brothers. Logan Paul has worked, and he has earned everything he's gotten in his career, especially the United States Championship. He has picked this pro wrestling thing up so fast.
Mind you, he already had his 5-star classic very fucking early, and it was with Roman Reigns. He had his 5-star classic dumb fucking early, and he, again, you just said it. He's only been in
singles match too.
Yeah, for the world title, for the world title, and fucking brought the thunder and made a fucking historic viral moment. That is unheard of. And mind you, he was only in the fucking company for a year at that point. That's fucking ridiculous. The dude is massive, whether, again, you like him or hate him. The dude is
Exactly. You can't disrespect the grind.
Because
you might not be a fan of Logan or Jake Paul, but whatever they set their minds to, they go out and they fucking do it.
Jake can get fucked. I don't care about fucking Jake. Logan 100, but Jake can get fucked.
Hey, I'm just calling it like it is.
Congrats on whatever achievement, Jake, yada yada yada. But I think he's a fucking brat. But, I think Logan, on the other hand, yeah, he deserves his flowers. 100. The dude really has massively not only turned it around, but brought this whole thing to a whole new fucking level for any outsider that has ever thought about stepping in the ring. So, yeah, no, this dude is a needle mover.
And like I said, I believe in the predictions video for Crown Jewel. I think that this is a brilliant move on WWE to put, their mid-card championship on a guy like Logan Paul, who,
yes.
has a whole nother audience outside of the business. WrestleMania is supposed to be larger than life, and Logan Paul having that championship for all the media press for WrestleMania season is brilliant.
All right, let's cut the shit right now. I'm sorry, but let's cut the shit. Let's address the elephant in the room. If Triple H, who is a head of creative and is one of the biggest, most successful fucking needle movers in the pro wrestling history, decided to put a fucking title on Logan Paul, clearly he trusts him and clearly he fucking sees it. So you're wrong if otherwise. You're fucking wrong. Dude, the fact that Triple H made the creative...
everything in WWE.
Triple H is a dude that would chew fucking people up like Logan Paul and spit them the fuck out just cuz. He put a title, and trusts him to move the needle with this fucking title in a perfect, beautiful transition for the next face of WWE. Yeah, fucking the kid has earned it. The kid fucking earned it, dude. It is massive. So you're wrong if you say otherwise.
And he's done a lot in 8 matches, because I believe that's how many matches he's wrestled
in 23?
Then a lot of other people that have wrestled hundreds and thousands of matches.
Wait, fuck you. Hold up. 8 matches altogether since he's been a part of this, or?
Yep. 8 matches total.
What?
That was on, I believe, Triple H's X post.
Really? 8 fucking matches altogether?
8 matches. Yep.
What the fuck? Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about, bro.
Natural.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. Yeah. All right, continue.
And Ben and I, we already know what's going to happen. We already said this multiple times. We think that
you got to watch the podcast
is going to go. I like that. That's a good way.
Yeah.
Let's just say WrestleMania, somebody's going to win it. He is, a top guy right now.
Yeah.
And people need to be patient. Yeah. Moving on now to our next championship. We have the AEW International Championship, Orange Cassidy, who, recently had a really long title run, throughout the year, lost it to Jon Moxley. Moxley, went on the sidelines. They played hot potato. Rey Fenix got the title, and then Orange Cassidy regained his championship. What's your thoughts on this run?
I don't fucking care.
Speaking of freshly squeezed, I actually did get the opportunity to meet him at Rhode Island Comic-Con.
Yeah, I saw that. Congrats, man. You were so close to his medal.
I saw the International Championship.
Speaking of his medal and, being able to see the championship, we're going to put a poll right now up on We Are Wrestling. If Donnie has 30 days to watch the show Twisted Metal that features one and only AEW Samoa Joe, and he has yet to fucking watch it, but it started Orange is the New Black. If he does not do it in 30 days, I will be officially resigning from We Are Wrestling, and he's going to keep it in this video because I'm going to be looking for it. So the poll is official, y'all. He has 30 days to watch 10 episodes at 25 minutes apiece.
10 episodes in 30 days. That is impossible.
It is, because you've made it impossible, Donnie. You've made it impossible. So here we are. So it's officially a poll. In 30 days, if he does not watch it, I officially resign. Now it's getting serious, boy. Anyways, continue on.
So with the AEW International Championship, I feel like I would enjoy this run more if Orange Cassidy didn't already lose the title. It just feels weird that he got it back randomly.
It's another fucking panic decision. It's like a panic decision written by Tony Khan all over it. It's like he didn't know what the fuck to do. Once John went out, he didn't have a plan B whatsoever. And that's something you need as a plan B, C, D, E, and fucking F if you want to run a successful show. And he didn't even have a plan B. And that's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah, but I enjoyed his first run, and I think Orange Cassidy did make that championship very prestigious. I won't take that away from him.
Yeah.
But I know going into Full Gear, I think it's going to be Orange Cassidy versus Jon Moxley now that Moxley's clear. And honestly, I've said this before in the past when it comes to, this championship run with Cassidy.
Yeah.
It's very unpredictable, which I really like. Because Orange Cassidy's style in the ring, you really don't know what's going to happen. There's a lot of challengers that went against him who are worthy that you would think that, they're going to have, this joke, Orange Cassidy lose the championship to a guy like, Swerve Strickland. for example. Kip Sabian, there's a lot of, solid, contenders that went against him. Daniel Garcia, that you would think that, that makes sense if that person beats him for the championship. So his run has been very unpredictable, which I do like a lot. But I hope that they don't have Jon Moxley, beat him right away, because I feel like that would lose a lot of credibility to Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, so basically the way that I'm just gonna like end my piece on it is book it better. Make a better storyline. Stop using the same fucking guys, because there's a lot more people, especially your day ones, that you've been fucking neglecting because you've been bringing in all these ex-WWE guys. Give them a shot. Let them fucking shine. Like, we're at the same fucking dance all over again, and I don't think he's ever gonna fucking learn at this point. So
you want to know what
that's all
I would have
gotta say.
done, Ben? And I'll close
Sure.
it off on this.
What
So I would have had Ray Phoenix, beat Jon Moxley because of the whole, sideline thing. Then I would have had Claudio win the international championship, because I feel like he could have definitely done something with
Put
it.
some
And then when
substance
Jon
in it.
Moxley came back, you could have created some tension there with the Blackpool Combat Club, because I think Orange Cassidy deserves to, be on a bigger, I feel like he deserves to be on the main event card, I feel like, because he's earned that.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it.
All right, well, moving on now to our next championship. We have the WWE Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, held
Let's
by
go.
the longest reigning champion, Gunther,
Hell fucking yeah,
the
man.
Ring
My man.
General.
The Ring General. Yeah, I fucking love Gunther, and I've spouted that bullshit for forever now. Like, it's been at least maybe a year since I started putting respect on his name publicly out here.
I will always
I
remember
mean-
this. I was the only person at the WrestleMania watch along that wanted Gunther to win. Everybody had Sheamus or Drew McIntyre. I love that moment.
I wanted Drew to win it just because I felt like it would have also brought up some level of pristine back into it as well, because that shit would have felt like the WWE Championship on that dude.
Yeah,
especially with
no,
the way
that's
he's chiseled
totally.
out.
I totally understand why people wanted Sheamus, because of the whole
I was
Grand
talking about-
Slam thing.
Dog,
And
I
then
was talking
Drew
about Drew.
McIntyre, I also understand, because obviously he's become a main event
Bro,
player.
I'm not a Sheamus guy. I never have been a Sheamus guy. I respect Sheamus, but I've never been a
Same
Sheamus
here.
guy. No, Gunther is everything that you wanted the Intercontinental title to be for the last how many X amount of fucking years that it's been just kind of in limbo. It's felt like, it's felt like the Nether Championship. It's felt like a championship that didn't have nearly as much pristine as, the United States, or didn't have that much
Such a long
importance
time
to
since
it.
this championship has had this much prestige.
Exactly. So when he drops it, inevitably, it's going to be a huge fucking moment. Like, I have a feeling
It's gonna make a bigger star out of whoever takes it from him.
I have a feeling that they're probably, and at this point, it makes sense. They might eventually, and I know that we're going to be talking about this individual coming down the line, but I think they're building to an Ilya Dragunov part 2. I think they're fucking
Ooh.
building to that eventually, because Ilya is going to be called up to the main roster pretty soon too. So I think if anybody could do a part 2 and bring that epic, second act to the whole fucking thing, it's Ilya Dragunov. So I mean, that's kind of my quick, random, spur of the moment hot take. But no, like I
I
said,
like that though.
they've carved out. They let Gunther really cook. They really let him cook on main NXT.
That's the
and
best
then-
part, Ben. Every match Gunther has had defending this Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship has been a 5-star classic.
See, I wouldn't go that far. I would say that, I'm saying they let him cook, as in, they let him, start at the very bottomest of low, and this dude has been, doing some main event type shit lately. And I'm excited to see if he is really the one that's going to be winning the Rumble this year. We'll find out, because there's a lot of different
hope.
directions now. There's so many different directions now, man, that I'm just like, it could fucking, it could fucking go anywhere. But no, as far as in terms of Gunther, solid champion, solid fucking champion. The dude deserves a world title reign very soon, and I think one way or another it's coming. So I think that he's really brought that type of prestige back to the title, which felt like a kind of something to put something on, to kind of rest assured this dude is cooking title, rather than, hey, this is a fucking big deal title, and it's become a big deal now. So yeah, really stoked on it.
Out of all these champions that we're, talking about, Gunter has got to be easily in like my top 2 when it comes to,
100.
champions right now. This run has been incredible. I love, the work that he's done in the ring with all the opponents that they've had him go against. We've even had, heel versus heel matches with him, and he still finds a way to make that work. And it's very hard to make like a face versus face match work and like a heel versus heel match work. A lot of times you need a baby face to go against a heel. And Gunter just knows how to work with any style of wrestling. And it just shows, with the experience that he's had, in the United Kingdom scene. And, what he's done in NXT UK was incredible. And, now on the main roster, I think that they're setting up the next big villain for, years to come. And honestly, I think that, if Cody Rhodes, wins the WWE Championship, Gunter could be the one to take the championship off of him. And that could start, a really big, reign. But, talking about his Intercontinental title run, I think that he's going to hold the title until, I don't know, because they can go like a lot of ways. There's a lot of, solid mid-card guys. Honestly, I feel like they're going to take the championship off of him against Jay before Elimination Chamber. And I feel like at WrestleMania, they're going to want Jey Uso to defend the Intercontinental Championship against Jimmy.
There is that.
More to that.
There is that, but there's also the shock factor. There's one more route they could do. They could go into the Rumble. He could face somebody else, drop the title, and win the Rumble on the same night.
That has not been done in a
long time. And if anybody could do it, it makes sense with him. So, yeah.
Or he could
let
just
it cook.
Or I could be biased because I love Gunter so much, and he can have his Ultimate Warrior moment where he wins the Rumble, has the Intercontinental Championship, wins the World Heavyweight Championship, and he has the Intercontinental in his hands, and he's holding up both championships. But I feel like that's
greedy. I feel like, all right, we're getting a little greedy now. But I was like, yeah, it could be the Rumble. He could lose at the Rumble and win.
Greedy, the next championship we have is the AEW TNT Championship. Christian Cage, the Father of the Year. What's your thoughts on his run so far?
Which one? The one that where he swore to God he was and wasn't, and it was Luchasaurus' title he was fucking walking around with, or
all of it?
The one, all of it. Honestly, his most brilliant work. Period. Like, this might be his best work in his entire fucking career in singles singles competition. This has to be his not only most entertaining but brilliant work he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's father. How's everybody's dad feeling today? And he's just a fucking savage. Him going to AEW, I feel like, really did rejuvenate his career, because I feel like had he stayed with WWE, he would have just been, another fucking jobber. Where here at AEW, he's able to really express himself.
Yeah.
And I think it's been great. I think it's brilliant, just kind of like, having all these fucking minions and, manipulating them. Even Luchasaurus did nothing with him holding his title. Did nothing. Yeah, did nothing about it.
I'm going to say this about that with his championship run. I had no idea how they were going to do this. I wanted Christian Cage to hold the championship because I felt like it made no sense for this guy to hold the championship that he's not even holding. So I
thought it was fucking hilarious, bro.
The way they did it was brilliant. They did a triple threat match, and then, Christian, steals the win from Luchasaurus, which I think was a very smart move. I think Christian, this championship run has been incredible. It's been a very long time, I feel like, since the TNT Championship has had this much, prestige to it. And I think Christian is, making this championship relevant again. And I really hope that he holds this title for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I think that Adam Copeland should be the one to take the title off of him.
Let's go.
At All In Wembley. Let's wait until then, if you can. But up next, we have more championships that we are going to be talking about. And of course, the comment of the week. We'll be right back with more We Are Wrestling 82.
Hey, what's up, players? WRW Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and you are listening to the We Are Wrestling podcast. And if you don't listen to it, then it's one-on-one with The Undertaker.
Collecting has always had a special place in my heart, going all the way back to when I was a kid. I remember my parents taking me to Toys R Us and waking up on Christmas morning to a bunch of new action figures. I had bins filled with thousands of rare WWE, WCW, ECW, and TNA figures through the years until, unfortunately, I ended up selling my whole childhood without knowing the true value of my collection. 2 years after I made that horrible decision, the pandemic hit, and I realized there was a part of me that felt missing, and that was collecting. My whole life, I've loved collecting wrestling figures, wrestling memorabilia, classic video games, Nickelodeon stuff, sneakers, Funko Pops, and even Angry Birds. As time went by, I decided I wanted to get back into collecting, except this time, document it and rebuild my collection over on Best One Donnie. So, if you want to go back into time and relive my nostalgic memories, subscribe now. We're back, and every week on the We Are Wrestling podcast, we do this thing called the Comment of the Week. And if you want to get your comment featured on a future episode of the We Are Wrestling podcast, all you got to do is go to the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel and leave a comment on any video. And this week, the winner is at Brooks5895. And he commented this. And this was on the Big Event New York March vlog earlier this year, and he commented this. Never been to one of these events. Do you have to pay for each photo and pay for the autographs as well? And I figured, this could be the comment of the week because a lot of people ask me this because obviously I've been to, a pretty, fair amount of, wrestling conventions. And I know you've been to, some Comic-Cons and stuff as well.
Yep.
So I figured, we could do a little educational, comment here to, the We Are Wrestling Maniacs. And usually, these events, people bring them in, which, the people that bring them in, they're vendors. And usually, the vendor, they're paying, the booking fee of, the talent that they're bringing to the convention that you're going to. And pretty much you have to buy your general admission ticket, obviously.
Yep.
And with the wrestlers that you want to meet, you do have to pay for the autographs, individually. And the photos as well. But a lot of the times the vendors will do this thing called the combo. So like the common one in wrestling is, let's say there's a, mid-card star, you meet him. Autograph will be $20. A photo with them would be $20, but the combo would be $30. So you save $10. And pretty much, a lot of celebrities, that's pretty much what they do. They usually will charge, for the autographs and the photos individually.
Yep.
So if you're ever going to a convention, definitely save your money. But congratulations, Brooke, on, the comment of the week. If you want to get your comment featured on a future episode of the We Are Wrestling podcast, you can leave a comment. Just want to let all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs know that, this comes out on Friday. So tomorrow, if you're in the Long Island, New York area, I will be at the Big Event New York. And I'm going to be meeting a bunch of, wrestlers. It's a really awesome, convention.
Fucker.
And I met a lot of you guys at the last one in March. So if you see me, come by, say what's up. And I will be vlogging this event. And hopefully, we can get it up in a couple weeks. And also, we do want to let the We Are Wrestling Maniacs know that next Friday, before, We Are Wrestling Podcast 83, Ben and I, we will be at Blitzkrieg Pro in Holyoke, Mass. And it's going to be a great show. We Are Wrestling. We love, Blitzkrieg. We have a great partnership with them over there. Bitch. And it's going to be a great time. So we have a very busy schedule ahead of us, man. So if you guys see us, say what's up. But now let's get back into the championships.
Let's do it.
We're going to talk about some of the tag team titles. And I just want to say this. some of you are probably wondering why there's certain championships not on this card, because Ben and I feel like when it comes to like TNA wrestling, MLW, Ring of Honor, I feel like New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ben and I can't really, dive into those championships because we don't watch the product consistently enough to really give you guys a, truthful input. Because obviously with Ring of Honor, I'm going to be a toxic, fangirl because I hate that it's literally on AEW.
Yeah.
And yeah, we don't need to open up them can of worms. So we have the AEW Trios Championships, The Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. What's your thoughts on their run?
I like him. I mean, is it anything with Billy Gunn too, man? I mean, I feel like I'm a huge Billy Gunn fan, and I think that's why I'm so behind the Acclaimed as well. That and their sick ass fucking entrance.
When Max Caster freestyles his entrance every.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's a sick ass entrance and it's creative as fuck. So, I think for a trios championship and the fact that it's not just on Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks or the House of Black, I think it's nice. It's really all I can really say about it because I don't watch a lot of AEWs, but like I said, I fucking admire Billy Gunn. So, and the fact that the dude is still performing at the level he's performing at his fucking age and the way that he looks right now, dude, come on. Come on, anything that he does. I mean, his name is literally Daddy Ass, and he's almost 60.
Yeah, he's having a great run right now.
He is, man. He's another one that really benefited in AEW, really benefited. So I think that it's a solid thing. So it's a beautiful thing.
So with Acclaimed, normally, I would be pissed off, if anybody, took the championships off the House of Black. But honestly, I'm okay with the Acclaimed being the ones to, take the titles off of them because I want Malachi Black to do more singles matches. I want to see Buddy Matthew do more, and I want to see Brody do more. Yeah. And I feel like, them being in the trios, I think they're holding themselves back because they're great performers, and I feel like they could do so much more individually. They could still be a part of the House of Black and still be a part of the group, but I feel like they're just more valuable in singles competition. I feel like they can, have more, solid storylines doing that than random trio matches.
All right, I'm not going to get too trailed the fuck off, but I'm only going to say one thing, and I'm trying not to open a whole ass other conversation because, again, we could fantasy book all night long. But realistically, I want to see fucking Brody King turn on fucking Aleister Black, go fucking straight up heel. I want fucking Buddy Matthews to be put into a weird position where he's got to choose one or the other and have his contract run out and have him go back to WWE and join fucking Judgment Day and have a huge fucking angle with Dominic Mysterio on the first go for multiple fucking reasons. And I want Aleister to go, or Malachi rather, to fucking, go singles and have a face run and then maybe down the line have a reunion at some point.
That'd be pretty cool, honestly.
But I think Buddy Matthews needs to go back to WWE. I feel like he would benefit the most.
Yeah, he is not really doing much in AEW.
And I want to see him perform because the dude can fucking go. And the dude is built like a fucking star. I will say
this, man. Being in Hartford, Connecticut this past summer for AEW Collision, I got to watch Buddy Matthews versus Andrade in this ladder match for Andrade's mask. And, dude, Buddy Matthews is so heavily underrated. He's
fucking good, dude. That's what I'm fucking saying. The dude is
mid-card championship on him like that.
Dude, Big's saying this right now. Matthews is literally this generation's London. Fucking criminally underrated, creative as fuck, built like a champion, overlooked rather.
Wow.
The dude is just absolutely ridiculous. Because he can fucking fly too. He's a big dude that can fly. He's built like a heavyweight but flies like a cruiserweight. It's nuts. And his execution and selling, amazing. And he can talk on the mic. We've heard it.
Yeah. And
I love it.
Now getting back into the Acclaimed.
Yeah, I got way
honestly,
too
I would
tracked.
keep them as the champions right now for a little while. But here's who I would have take the championships off of them eventually. I would have Bullet Club Gold. I'd have Austin Colton and Juice Robinson take the titles because I feel like eventually I wouldn't mind a Jay White AEW World Heavyweight Championship run, but I don't want that to happen at Full Gear. I would want that to happen at some point, next year. Not now, though. And I feel like having all 4 members hold championships would be pretty cool. And I feel like it would add more value to the faction.
Fuck it.
So moving on now to our next tag team championships, we have the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven.
It's been an interesting run. That's all I'll say. It's been an interesting run. For whatever run it is. Again, it does not feel like a serious title still. For whatever the fuck they do, it just does not feel serious at all. It feels like the 24/7 title. I think Chelsea's killing it, obviously.
That's like the only highlight.
I think Chelsea's killing it. Piper's really getting to show what she can do in the ring with like no restrictions, which is fucking great. But again, I need to see some like actual sportsmanship. I want it to feel fucking big, and they can still do it. Like I feel like there's still a chance to save it. We just need to fucking see it done seriously.
They need to start pushing their legitimate tag teams.
But I will fucking say 100% that out of the champions we've gotten recently, I'm more on board with this one than any of them because it makes fucking sense. It feels good. I genuinely enjoy seeing it. I think Chelsea Green is very fun to look at. There's a lot of things that factor into why I love this so much. So
she's so entertaining.
She's very entertaining. She kills it, dude. Fucking kills it. That's why I'm saying, like, dude, she can go in the ring. Her mic skills and character work are great. Like, great as fuck. So, yeah, no,
And this is the thing,
down.
like, WWE, they would benefit so much having a mid-card. They would benefit so much having a mid-card championship for their women's division. And I think Chelsea Green, she would strive as a mid-card champion.
I wanted to go serious heel, though, because I feel like she could be a serious heel.
Yeah, but I don't know. She's killing it in her role, and don't fix something that's not broken.
No, 100% not right now.
Add some more seriousness, though, to it. I do agree with you on that.
Yeah, because like you can't just get away as a comedy act forever. There's got to be some kind of separation there. Like one of the most creative things I saw was Festus. Like he, just very odd at first, but then once the bell fucking rang, dude became a monster. Yeah, literally, dude. Like it's fucking nuts, man. Like I do enjoy it, but again, that's all I can really say about it is that they're the best tag team that's held those titles in a long time. So
100%. And it's unfortunate that like the injury bug has happened with the women's titles because honestly, I was very behind at first Chelsea Green and Carmella. But then, they had her and Sonya, which I really love that connection there.
And now Sonya
and
gone.
look so good together.
They did. But now she gone.
Yeah, she's dealing with, I believe, an ACL injury.
And that is not a pretty recovery.
Nope. But it's good that Piper Niven, is being seen on TV consistently every week. I do like that a lot.
Korea?
But with Chelsea Green, she's literally like the only highlight with this championship.
Chelsea Green.
And I feel like eventually they're going to lose it to a tag team that we don't even know their names.
Sweet baby Jesus.
All right, well, moving on now to our next tag team champions. We have the AEW World Tag Team Championships, Ricky Starks and Big Bill. What's your thought on their run?
It's like watching Groot from fucking Guardians of the Galaxy and Stewie from Family Guy be fucking tag team champions. That's basically what it feels like.
Wait, who is Stewie Griffin in this scenario?
Ricky Starks, obviously. Obviously. And then you got Big Bill Groot, who's just a fucking dumb giant, it feels like. So I'm just like, okay.
I see the Stewie comparison, though.
Yeah, could you imagine Stewie just trailing around Groot for protection? Like, that's basically what it feels like.
Oh, that's a good comparison.
I mean, it's like a David and Goliath situation, but this time they're homies. Like, that's basically what it is. They hate each other, but here we are.
Yeah.
I
know there's not much to say about this one. Like, I'm going to give my thoughts, and I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet.
Go ahead, man.
This was the most random championship change in pro wrestling history in 2023.
The most random shit.
FTR was having this incredible tag team championship run, and then just randomly,
like, boom, Big Bill,
and Ricky Starks, Ricky Stewie win the freaking tag team championship.
Ricky Stew over here. Ricky Stew. fucking Stewie
It's
and Groot.
so fucking random. This happened, I believe it was SummerSlam.
Crossover nobody asked for.
It was SummerSlam weekend when this happened, I think. Because they had Collision on while SummerSlam was happening. And then all of a sudden you go on wrestling Twitter, Ricky Starks and Big Bill win the tag team championships.
You just look at you for like, what?
So at this point, I'm going to be completely honest when it comes to these championships. Anybody could take the championships off and I won't be surprised.
Eugene could come out of nowhere.
He was doing incredible on Collision by himself, competing against CM Punk, competing against Bryan Danielson, top guys, and now he's in a tag team.
Remember one of those,
Bill.
bro? Fucking, do you remember earlier in the podcast when I said panic booking? That is exactly what the fuck happened. They're like, oh, this was about to be huge. Oh shit, what do we do? Huh, Big Bill.
I will say this though, I am happy for Big Bill.
Big problem, no problem.
Big
Bill
held in wrestling, so I am very happy about that.
True, but it's like, you know, oh, big problem, Big Bill.
Random. This is so random. I have nothing else to say about that.
Same, man.
So random. But now moving on to our last tag team champions, we have the WWE tag team, or it's the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships. Damian Priest and Finn Balor to Judgment Day.
It makes no fucking sense, but okay. But okay.
What?
It's hot potato. It makes no
DJ
fucking
Khaled,
sense.
another one.
Literally, that's all it fucking is. It's like they can't get it together when it comes to tag team champions. I'm like, dude, I can name mad benefiting fucking tag teams that it could totally go to like in like tomorrow. Judgment Day. Like, it makes no fucking sense. None. It would make more sense if it was fucking Finn and JD.
Look, that I would rather that.
That's what I'm saying. It would make more sense. It would make more fucking logical sense. It just, Judgment Day, other than Rhea Ripley and Dominic, they like don't know what the fuck to do with the rest of them. And Damien's holding the briefcase. They're just buying him time, so he's kind of filler. The best thing that I got out of Damian Priest lately was the mommy. Where's Dom Dom's title? That's the fucking that's the biggest highlight since then. Because she straight up threw this man under the bus.
Mommy, where's
Dom Dom's title? Because she was getting all pissed off in his face. I was like, no, nah, fuck this guy. Where's Dom Dom's title? Like, that's the highlight. It's like they don't even know what the fuck to do with this guy. Like, they literally had Sami Zayn steal his briefcase. Why? Why?
I did hear that there's rumors that they might take the briefcase off of Damian and give it to Sammy. I did hear that.
But why? Why? Sammy doesn't need to go anywhere fucking near it. If he needs to do that in any kind of predicament, it needs to go to fucking Cody. Cody needs that opportunity if he's not going to fucking win the Rumble. Like, that's 100% a Cody thing. So no, and especially since he's having an angle right now with the Judgment Day, wean it there. Put it over there. Have Cody be the one to take the briefcase, and then give them the angle where fucking Damian drops the briefcase because it is not your time, son. Do it that fucking way. It makes more fucking sense. Logical sense. But no. You got fucking... The only highlight this guy is, mommy, where's Dom Dom's title? That's the biggest fucking thing that we've gotten from Damian, and that was weeks ago.
Yes, I do remember watching that.
And I was dying, my dude.
Right,
I was crying.
The first thing I'm going to say about these tag team championships. Can we get separate tag team champions already? Can we get one, like, title design on Raw? Can we get the other one on SmackDown? I am getting impatient here. We do not need to have the titles unified. Why are we still sticking with these Spartan championships? I don't understand why. So
I don't understand either, buddy. And I heard the entire fucking rant. I heard the entire fucking... I was fixing my head.
You know how many solid tag teams we have on both Raw and SmackDown?
Oh, dude, yes. Abso-fucking-lutely.
So why are we holding them back by having one set of tag team champions?
See, man, I don't fucking know. I've been asking the same fucking question as you for the last fucking year and a half.
Wrestling Maniacs say I have a script. Well, I don't have the fucking script to this bullshit.
Dog, at this point, I don't think anybody in WWE corporate has the fucking script for those titles, bro. I think they're just kind of writing it in. They're just kind of penciling it in like Mad Libs as they go every fucking week.
Mad Libs, I remember doing that as a kid. That and Fun Brain.
Oh, dude, you know how many dick jokes I used to make on Mad Libs? Don't even get me
games.
started. Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, when it comes to these titles, just split them up.
There's so much better tag teams. I feel like that could benefit more having these championships on Raw and SmackDown than the Judgment Day because they're already established. They don't
Yeah,
need
give
the
it-
championships.
Yeah, give fucking the Raw title to somebody in Judgment Day or fucking Alpha Academy, and then on SmackDown, just give it to fucking Bobby Lashley's crew, the Street Profits.
Yeah, you could do that. That works
You
out.
got a heel and a face right there. Boom.
Yeah, honestly, that does work. There's a lot of solid tag teams. I wouldn't mind seeing, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory hold the titles at some point.
Suck a dick.
Pretty deadly.
Sorry.
I wouldn't mind them having the championships too. I'm
Oh, we know
enjoying
why,
some of their,
Donnie.
comedy segments.
Oh, absolutely.
Also,
You think they're
on the
pretty.
Raw-
You think they're-
deadly.
Why? Because they. Fuck you, Dad.
Wait, what?
He's like, fuck you. Oh shit.
And then on
But
Raw,
yeah, this funny.
obviously, DIY. They'd be perfect to have the tag team champions.
Well, I mean, we could be doing a split.
But
on-
Alpha
at Mania.
Academy, though, I feel like they deserve it the most out of anybody.
I mean, you
Like,
could definitely do like a split
Let's
in
be-
Mania. You could have whoever's holding both fucking do one night and then the next night.
yeah, you could do that, honestly.
Yeah, bitch.
But now let's dive. But now let's dive into all the women championships that we're going to be covering.
Okay.
Here we go. Starting off with the TNA/Impact Wrestling Knockouts Championship, Trinity, formerly known as Naomi.
Ugh.
What's your thoughts on that? Her being the champion.
She's a draw. I mean, she's obviously very well known for her time in WWE. You know, like she definitely made a name for herself in that company. So bringing her over to fucking TNA is a great move on her behalf, especially now that it's turning into TNA again. And she was again a tag team champion with Sasha Banks, formerly known as Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné. You know, like she just came from a big spot, bringing her into TNA and then also having her headline as their fucking Knockouts champion. Yeah. Like that's a good fucking move. That is a solid move. And she's a great performer, probably partially trained by Jimmy Uso. Like it's a good move. It's a very good move, especially now that they're, I think, getting a TV deal or something like that. They're going to CW.
Nope, not TNA.
Oh,
No.
that's not
on
TNA? No.
NWA, but apparently
Oh,
from
yeah.
reports, I know NXT earlier this week, they just got announced that they're going to be on the CW in 2024 in
Oh
October.
God. Wow.
But NWA, they might actually pull their TV deal because during the pay-per-view, I believe, that happened like not that long ago, they
yeah.
had like there was like a cocaine segment that they did with like Father James Mitchell and a couple of his sinners. So the CW didn't like that.
Oh, Billy.
That's the only juicy
Oh,
thing that
Billy.
happened this week, guys, on the podcast. But that's a rumor, so take that with a pinch of salt. But
Okay.
honestly, like Trinity having the Knockout Championship, this is a great move for Impact because you want to get more eyes on this product because obviously they're on Access TV that nobody has access to. So having, Trinity, Naomi,
Irony.
holding the championship, I think is a brilliant move because more people are going to try to find a way to watch her on, TNA and Impact. And obviously now with the transition going from Impact to TNA, I think that this is a great move. She's, already established. She's already well known in, the IWC. And I think that, whoever you're going to have, take the championship off of her, you're going to turn into a star. So I do
Yep.
think that this is a great move. And TNA, they do have the best women's division right now.
Fuck yeah.
Moving on now to our next champion. We have the AEW TBS champion, Chris Statlander.
Fuck yeah. She's the star of the making.
Absolutely. And I think that they've done a pretty good job with her championship run. She's been, a defending champion, going against a lot of, mid-card, women in the division. And I'm going to be honest, I've been enjoying the TBS championship on Statlander a lot more than the world championship. I feel like they don't know what to do with that title. But the TBS, they know what they're doing. And Statlander, she is the future of the women's, division in AEW. I think that, she's going to be one of the very best. when it comes to, like all of, professional wrestling when it comes to the women, because I think that, she definitely has the potential of being, a top in like the top 5, I think.
Yeah.
But she's, still has to get more experience in the ring and stuff. And I think this run that she's having is incredible.
I agree.
But moving on now to our next champion, we have the AEW Women's World Champion, Shida. 3-time champion.
Fucking sweet, but it made no sense. It made no sense. It kind of felt like fucking Paige's shit was just kind of like, done. It was just very sudden. I feel like way too soon. So if I feel like it's kind of random, but I mean, if she can go, she can go. But I don't really have much to say about it, than first time ever 3-time women champion, right?
I did forget something when I mentioned that. She's a 3-time transitional champion.
Oh, shit.
Well, actually 2-time technically, because her first title run was actually pretty long. And I think that was during the pandemic at Daly's Place.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. Like, I'm a fan of her work. I think she's incredible in the ring, but
stale.
Her title runs are just so stale. They're boring because we all know it's a transitional run. Like right now, like the most popular women that's in AEW right now is Timeless Toni Storm.
Yeah.
Her, new character development has been incredible, and we all know what's going to happen at Full Gear. Toni Storm's going to win the championship, even though what they should have done, Saraya should have kept the championship, and they should have just had Toni Storm, feud with her and get the championship off of her.
But again, Tony Khan don't know how to fucking book.
The Outcast. Yep, I agree. And it's unfortunate because she should be going for the TBS championship. She should be, focusing on that, because I think that, her being a transitional champion, you're taking a lot of credibility away from her.
Yeah.
But now let's get into the WWE Women Champions. We have the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship, Mommy Rhea Ripley.
Her title reign this time has felt like something massive. Like, she is a force to be reckoned with now. She has had so much character development since joining the Judgment Day, and she's really stepped into her own skin and who she is, while also paying massive homage to the first strong woman, Chyna. And is everything, like I've said, and I'll say it, and I'll get heat for it. I don't give a fuck. Rhea Ripley is everything Chyna is and wasn't and couldn't be. Like, I think that Rhea is phenomenal. I think that she's really a threatening force, and she's just proving it time and time again. Her matches are nothing less than spectacular. She's improved hellaciously on the mic, so there's no question about that.
And her segments are like the most watched too.
And she's also the most unofficial fucking leader of a very successful faction right now, considering they all have fucking gold. And it's incredible, and a fucking briefcase, and their own personal lackey that they don't even like. Like, that's incredible.
Except for Finn. Finn loves JD.
Yeah, but either or, super hyped for Rhea. I'm super hyped for her career. Her Hall of Fame, status already, and she's still got years and fucking years to go, and she's already a Hall of Famer. So
only getting
I think
started.
Yeah, man. And she's already massive. She's already becoming a household name. Even for the spicy reason, she's becoming a household name. So yeah, man. I cannot be more stoked for a currently developing star.
Rhea Ripley, she deserves all the success that she's getting right now. I love this run.
Why don't you do me a favor and save your breath and just say these sweet words for when you fucking see her this weekend, you piece of shit.
Yeah, so in case any of the We Are Wrestling Maniacs have been hiding under a rock, I'm going to be going to the big event in New York, and I'm going to be meeting Mommy Rhea Ripley, the WWE Women's World Champion, tomorrow, as this comes out on Saturday.
Yeah, why don't you save her view for the ass kissing, you fucker. Piece of
sorry.
shit.
I'm sorry, Ben. I know you're upset that I'm meeting Mommy.
Whatever, Donnie. Whatever.
And you're gonna see, and after I give her a solid case why I should be a part of the Judgment Day, you're going to see me on Monday Night Raw. And I know it's going to ruffle your feathers a little bit.
And then I'm going to
It's
give you a
gonna be
super
okay.
kick, right? I'm going to give you a viral super kick right to the fucking face, all for We Are Wrestling to see. Then I'm going to change all the passwords.
So I do got to say this, though, about her title run. It has been incredible, and I think right now she's doing the best work in her whole career.
Oh, fucking yeah.
And honestly, one of my favorite champions right now in WWE is her. And I love all the segments she's doing with the Judgment Day. And honestly, I think that she's going to be champion until WrestleMania. And I feel like they are going to have Becky Lynch defeat her for the championship.
Build somebody fucking new. But yeah.
Yes, I know. It should be somebody new because you can create, a bigger star out of it. I do agree.
I
I
hope
just
it's
think
fucking
that's
Zoe
where they're
Starks.
going because they have been teasing it for months with their little backstage segments, while, Rhea's feuding with somebody, Becky's feuding with somebody else. And at times, they see each other backstage and they tease it. So I feel like they're going to wait until WrestleMania for that because obviously, you want the best of the best. And even though we're sick of Becky Lynch, the casuals, they're not sick of her. She is still one of the biggest stars in WWE right now. And they're going to want her to go against Rhea, who is also another big star right now. And our last women's champion, we have the WWE Women's Universal Champion, Io Sky.
All right, so I'm going to keep this one short and sweet, but I'm going to keep it hopeful. Not too bad of a run so far. Very paced at the moment, but I think this is what we were building for. And with Kairi Sane's return, we know that there's another faction being brewed, and that the Damage Control is just Bailey and and Dakota Kai now.
That's what I was going to ask you, because obviously, I haven't gotten to that part yet with, Crown Jewel.
Yes.
Can you kind of, fill me in on, what happened during that match? Because I know Kairi Sane
Okay,
so her return.
All right, so basically, fucking Io and Bianca were going at it, and Bailey once again helped herself to, obviously help the match, and fucking Io has been teasing, a split for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Did it happen?
And oh, absolutely, it happened, but it happened very in a very different way that you would think. Io went to go do a move on Bianca, missed Bianca, but then hit Bailey and didn't even help her up. Just looked at her like fucking crazy and just fucking kept going. And then I think Bailey was getting her ass kicked by Bianca or something, and the ref was either distracted or down or whatever, and Kairi came out of nowhere and just started attacking Bianca. And
wow.
it just... And she looked nuts, bro. Like, Kairi does not look like the same fucking Kairi that we saw when she left. She's a very different breed now. So when you see that footage, man, she looked kind of nuts. And it has been confirmed. Io, you could actually rewatch the footage too. Io straight up said "fuck Bailey" like in the camera, basically. He said "fuck Bailey." Yeah, it was good. It was really, really good. I think, again, it's horse shit that she re-debuted at Crown Jewel where it was crickets. It should have been in the U.S. somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Or somebody that genuinely appreciated, Io's fucking Kairi Sane.
Like in Chicago.
Yeah, that would have been fucking nuts, bro. That would have been a massive pop. But they fucking wasted it here. So, big pissed about that. But the way that it went down was cool. And I know that
so there's a lot of ways that they can go forward with the storyline.
Yes, and there's talks of bringing in 2 more women wrestlers to join
I did hear
Io's
that.
faction. Asuka, I believe, and somebody else. There's somebody else that's
I know it starts with an S, her name. I did see something about it. There's reports that WWE wants to bring her back.
Yeah, her and then potentially Asuka to fill in the last spot. So it's going to be so it's going to be like a Japanese chick faction. So I'm really, really hyped about that. But yeah, so there's exciting things happening there, and I think that's where my future resides. Is this is about to get a whole lot more interesting. But
you got me interested.
But then again, there's also a swerve element that's happening too. You have to really watch though.
I'm gonna
So at the
definitely
end-
have to.
So at the end of the segment where, obviously Io retains all that shit, Kairi Sane holds up fucking Io Sky's hand, but intentionally looks right down at the title.
Ooh.
Looks right down at the title, and it was not hidden at all. She just looked right down at the title while holding up fucking Io's hand. There's gonna be a swerve, and Kairi's gonna fucking go for it. Dude, can I just talk about and I'm stoked about Kairi's return. The fucking elbow drop she delivered to Bianca was something of fucking beauty. It was a chef's kiss, dude. Like, she made that shit look like it hurt. Like, she fucking did her whole jump, went sideways, and fucking bah! I was like, ah! I was like, ah! Like, I was like, damn, dude, that's gonna be a hell of a finisher, bro. Like, it felt huge this time. So,
Hey, there's one
definitely,
thing WWE does, man. They make those finishers matter. That's for sure.
dude, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say is we're in for some shit, man. We're in for some shit.
So I will speak on, Io Sky's title run so far, and I've been a fan of it. It's been, something different, and honestly, it feels refreshing having somebody new in the title picture. That's not, a Charlotte Flair or Becky Lynch or a
No, for
Bianca
sure.
Belair. So honestly, I'm very satisfied with this, and it's hard to pick who, is gonna be the
excuse
one
me.
to take the title off of her. Because I
Kairi
feel
Sane.
like her run's not gonna end anytime soon.
I feel like if it's gonna end anywhere, it's probably gonna be WrestleMania, and it's probably gonna be Kairi Sane. Because I think that's the ultimate angle that they're aiming for. Just because I'm like, Triple H had to have said something to have her come back from Japan. So Triple H must have done something or said something in a written deal. So I think, and Kairi Sane is a massive fucking draw in Japan. So I that brings a lot of viewers, especially
And
since they're
under
establishing
Triple
quarters
H's
out
wing,
there.
she, was being pushed as one of the top women in NXT. She,
But
I
here we
believe,
go,
won the Mae
sweet
Young
baby.
Classic too.
That's what she did. That's what I'm fucking saying, bro. So yeah, it's gonna be nuts. So that's who I
I'm very
got.
excited. But I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little tired of, talking about the champions. And I kind of want to get into the getting put over segment.
Let's do it.
So before we get into the world champions and the getting put over segment, we'll be right back with more We Are Wrestling Podcast 82.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle, and you're listening to the We Are Wrestling Podcast. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Are you looking for wrestling content? Well, We Are Wrestling provides everything pro wrestling. The best one, Donnie, Gins, and the Load Rager Ben, are wrestling marks like you who love this sport. We Are Wrestling has it all when it comes to wrestling content. We have different podcasts, vlogs, reactions, full wrestling matches, live pay-per-view watch-alongs, interviews, predictions, and so much more. Only on We Are Wrestling. What are you waiting for? Subscribe and become a We Are Wrestling Maniac now. We're back, and before we get into our main event topic, which is obviously covering the world champions, because that is the top of the pyramid, we do this thing every week on the podcast called the Getting Put Over segment, where once a week, Ben and I, we alternate and we pick somebody from the past or current or future superstar that we put over. Last week, Ben decided to put over Triple H, and we had a really cool discussion there. This week, I'm actually going to be taking, one of the We Are Wrestling Maniacs suggestions. Shout out to, one of our members, Angelo, for this suggestion. We are going to be putting over a Grand Slam champion, Mike The Miz. And I think it's a perfect time to put him over because he is now a babyface. Finally, something new.
Yeah, it's been fucking years. Yeah, like I said, the only thing that the Miz really needs right now is just gimmick change. But other than that, man, it's about time that we got something a little different. Miz has worked with everybody under the fucking sun. Miz has done it all. I think he's the only 2-time Grand Slam champion. I think he's
I
the
did
only
forget
one.
about that.
So that's a
2-time.
massive fucking achievement. So that's something nobody else has ever done in the history of WWE. So that's a huge that's something you should not sleep on. He's a fucking veteran. He's been a part of the business for over 20 years now, believe it or not, which is nuts to fucking think.
And one of the safest workers, too.
And also had one of the most botched televised segments of all fucking time that should have ruined his career, and now he's a fucking 2-time Grand Slam champion. Exactly. You should do them.
To any of the audio listeners, I just pulled out my sleeve.
The fucking
The
dude went from cool to fucking up to just red hot sweating. It looked like he just came out of a Red Lobster.
Yeah,
This
Vince McMahon.
fucking dude.
No, this is the crazy thing about The Miz. He was supposed to be like the Ryan Seacrest of WWE, and like he goes from that to being, one of, the top stars in the company and one of, their go-to reliable talent.
Which is nuts because I'm just like, I remember, I think he was talking about saying, I think he, like, the first person he went up to apologize, like, to their face was Vince. And it's nuts to think that same dude that was hosting the Diva Search is where he is now and has worked with all of the talent that he's ever worked with, made it a convincing and compelling story, and is finally going through his first babyface run in fucking years. It's honestly really refreshing, and I didn't think that you could get stoked on The Miz anymore, just because he's been kind of doing the same old thing for so long,
Yeah.
and you feel like it wouldn't matter as a babyface, but it's exhilarating.
When you're with, WWE for so long, of course, your act is going to get a little stagnant and it's going to become, very bland. And I think that's that's like pretty much what happened with The Miz. And I think, this babyface turn was a brilliant idea because one of
1,000%.
my favorite, Miz eras was the Intercontinental Championship. I think that he made that championship very prestigious in 2016.
I agree.
And honestly, having somebody like that going against, pretty much like right now, one of, the best Intercontinental champions of all time, the longest reigning, Gunter, I think that that's an incredible, match that we could build, hopefully for the Survivor Series.
Yeah, man, I agree.
And, with The Miz, it's crazy to like see his whole career. And obviously, outside of, wrestling, I'm a huge fan of reality television. And
here the fuck we go again.
Over to Miz.
Yep, and Maurice. Yep, we fucking get it.
No,
You're
not Miz and Maurice. I have to put over the Real World in the Challenge because the Challenge is one of my favorite shows of all time. And The Miz actually, competed on, MTV The Challenge and actually won, a few championships over there. And that's actually where he developed the Miz character, which was, he pretty much would get drunk and just be outgoing and be an asshole. And then he got to be a part of Tough Enough and he lost to Daniel Puder.
Okay.
I was gonna say, speaking of Daniel Puder.
Yeah, he got his ass whooped in the middle of the 05 Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble by Eddie Guerrero, Chris
I'm gonna be the first Tough Enough champion to win the Royal Rumble. Gets his ass whooped by Eddie and fucking Hardcore Holly and fucking Chris Benoit. Just gets the shit chopped out of him.
You know why that happened to him?
Because he's a fucking asshole.
He showed up that day and he said that he was in the main event. He said he was in the main event, telling all the boys he was in the main event. So then Hardcore Chris and Eddie looked at each other and they said, all right, we need to teach this boy a fucking lesson.
Oh, Lord.
But it's crazy to see that, like, The Miz, was in this competition show and he's been, like, the most successful one that came out of the show. Because a lot of those, Tough Enough winners, they never really went on to having, big, careers like they were, supposed to. Which to me is, absolutely wild. I think the only one that, like, really came out of Tough Enough that actually won, besides Maven, that had a really successful career was John Morrison.
Yeah.
But with The Miz, like, I've enjoyed, his entire run. Even when people hated him, I was very behind him. And I really did enjoy a lot of his work in the early days after the Ryan Seacrest stuff with John Morrison. I really loved their tag team that they had in ECW. I think doing that little internet show that they were doing every week on WWE.com, I think that was the perfect way to let the Miz, bring out his personality.
Yeah.
And I think that, they were very solid over on that brand. But yeah, what was your favorite, Miz era?
The Intercontinental era.
The Intercontinental during 2016? I think that was
They were starting
where
to finally give the Intercontinental title hope.
I think that was where he was doing the best work. I think in the ring was 2016. Honestly, during that run, I loved the feud that he had with Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Because I really liked how they brought the Spirit Squad in and pretty much had the Dolph Ziggler do the whole if I lose, I'm leaving storyline. I think they did a great job with that.
Nice.
But my favorite era with The Miz, though, when it's all said and done, I loved his first WWE Championship run when he won the Money in the Bank, cashed it in on Randy Orton, and then we got that we got that hard cam, look at that pissed off girl, which later on found out that she wasn't even a wrestling fan. She was there with her friend having a miserable time. There's your smile. Oh, man. But I don't know. I really did love that run. He had Alex Riley with him, and then he went on to WrestleMania, even though we've heard it a million times. I main evented WrestleMania. He was just such a great heel because he was somebody, if you were younger, you fucking hated. And I could tell you're not the biggest fan of The Miz.
I never have been. I appreciate him, respect him, but never have been.
Yeah, no, I get it because there's a lot of people that, you either love The Miz or you're just not a fan, but you respect him because obviously he's been in the business now for almost 20 years, which is fucking crazy to think about.
Yeah.
But when it comes to The Miz, even though I know you're not the biggest fan of him, what would be your favorite match? If you had to pick one.
If I had to pick one, I don't think I could. I don't think I could. Like I said, I'm not a Miz fan. Like I said, the most compelling, Miz era was probably the IC title reign from 2016 era. But I think in terms of matches, probably his first match against Morrison when he finally dropped the shorts and went into the trunks. Just because it was such an odd fucking turnaround, and that was the first time he really turned heel and became an established douchebag and was starting to become the Miz we know now. So I think obviously the coming of age transforming era where you find who you really are is very crucial in your career, and I feel like Miz had one of those that had the best feel to it. So,
but you see, I really like that because I really got behind that storyline because they did the whole Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty story. The Miz kept reminding Morrison, "Oh, you're gonna be the Jannetty," and stuff. And I don't know, I thought that was interesting because a lot of people like to use that in wrestling a lot, the whole Michaels and Jannetty thing. But that was the first time that it happened on TV.
Yeah.
My favorite Miz match of all time has got to be, I believe it was one of the Raw anniversary shows. It was at, I think it was, Madison Square Gardens. Or wait, no, it wasn't. It was at the Hammerstein, I think, Ballroom.
Yeah.
In there. And I believe it was for the Intercontinental Championship. It was The Miz versus Roman Reigns. I really enjoyed that match around that time. I believe that was the one time that The Miz actually got cheered and appreciated for, his work around that time because obviously he was hated by everybody. So that was kind of refreshing to see that. And, obviously he's had, a lot of, segments throughout the years as well. And I definitely have to put over Talking Smack. That one, I don't know if you ever seen that with Daniel Bryan and The
I have.
Miz. That was one of the best friggin' like shows like after like SmackDown that they did
Yeah.
that I really enjoyed. But yeah, is there anything else about The Miz,
Nope.
or we could dive into the World Championship?
Let's dive into the World Championship.
Alrighty. Well, this week I put over The Miz because he's The Miz and he's awesome. Next week, Ben, it's okay because you get to put somebody over and I won't bore you with The Miz. Will we get any clues, any hints for next week? Or you're going to hit us with a surprise?
No, I'm just going to tell you straight up.
All right, who's next week? I feel like it's going to be somebody like I hate just because I
No,
put you
it's
through
not. It's not. It's not somebody you hate. It's somebody that the world hates because we're putting over Chris Benoit next week. Yeah. Yep. We're touching some crazy shit.
Oh my god, I need to take a walk. Oh my god, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, we are.
No.
Yep, we're putting over Chris Benoit. We're pitting over Benoit, homie.
Well, we're not putting over the person. We're putting over the wrestler.
Yes, we're going to talk about Chris Benoit because nobody fucking wants to, and I want to. So yeah, next week, we're putting over the wrestler, Chris Benoit. You heard it right here.
You heard it here first on the We Are Wrestling Podcast 82. We're putting over the wrestler, Chris Benoit. But with that being said, let's dive into the main event topic for the We Are Wrestling Podcast 82. And we are going to be covering the World Championships in this main event because this week we're talking about the Championship Showdown, where we're talking about, each person holding the championship and our thoughts on it. And we're going to start this off with the 10 pounds of gold, one of the most prestigious championships, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, which is being held by EC3.
You mean the Smashing Pumpkins featuring a bunch of wrestlers?
Hey, I'm trying to think of the good times, all right?
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah. All right, your turn. Just yeah. Your turn.
Honestly, I am going to say this because obviously, like, it's been, this is tough.
Donnie, just say what you really feel. Don't try to fucking sugarcoat it. That's not what we're here for. Like all I said was yeah, because that's all I can say about it. Is yeah.
All right, so I will get my thoughts on this. It's better than Tyrus being the champion.
All right.
But I will say this though, EC3, I'm glad that he's not doing the whole control your narrative stuff anymore. I feel like that,
narrative controlled him. Yeah.
The narrative controlled him, and it definitely, spun out a little bit. But honestly, like, it is better than Tyrus, and I do think that, EC3 did have a great run in, Impact and TNA at the time, when, he was doing the stuff with Dixie Carter, and that's, like, always going to be my favorite run with him. And I will say this, he has done a pretty good job promoting that 10 pounds of gold. I do see it on social media. I do see him, taking it everywhere he goes. So honestly, good for Billy Corgan and good for NWA. EC3 is a solid guy.
Fuck yeah.
But moving on now to our next champion, we have the WWE NXT champion, Dragunov.
Ilya Dragunov. Again, I've believed in this dude since, he topped Walter back in the day. Oh, I probably shouldn't use that phrasing. Topped him fucking big. But the dude is phenomenal. He's a great technical wrestler. I think that he's got a lot of charisma. I think he's going to bring an interesting spice into the main roster. A lot of, much needed flair, if one to speak, because the dude definitely has a, star type of stature. He has this weird aura about him that's very exciting to watch. So to have him helmet right now is great because that's also one way of saying, hey, I'm getting called up to the main roster soon, so we're going to see how this fits real quick and see where I'm going to stand. And so far, so good. I'm really, really digging it.
I am a fan of his work. I think he's incredible in the ring. There's not a lot of people that can, match his work, but I'm not the biggest fan of him, his character work. I think that he's just very, excuse me, basic. There's just nothing special, I think, with his character work. I think that he's very generic on the microphone. I think there's a lot of improvement. And I don't really see him, doing well on the main roster. Like, I feel like he's going to be one of those guys that a lot of us are going to be upset with the way that they book him. I think the only way it's going to work for him is if, we keep Imperium together and he joins Imperium. Because the main roster is a whole nother animal when it comes to, the crowds. Very different than NXT.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I will say this. It is cool to see somebody who, has worked very hard to, get this opportunity to be, a top guy in NXT. I think that this is a great way to, like, prove, doubters wrong, like myself. I think that, him holding the title over there, I think that is a great way to get him prepared for the main roster because when he goes over there, I think he is going to be, a mid-card guy at best, but that's going to get him ready for like an Intercontinental Champion or a US title. But I don't know, like with the NXT Championship, I definitely see him holding it probably until, I could see it like maybe like the next takeover, not the one in Bridgeport in December,
Yeah.
but the one after that.
Okay.
And I think that maybe like Trick Williams or somebody will take the title from him.
Bet.
But moving on now to our next champion, we have the Impact or TNA Wrestling World Champion, Alex Shelley, one half of the Motor City Machine Guns.
You can talk about it. I have no idea.
Alrighty, well, I will talk about it.
Good.
I will say this. I enjoy Alex Shelley more as a tag team guy with Chris Sabin than I do a world champion, but he's been with, TNA since day one, and he started at the very bottom. And to see somebody that, started from the bottom and worked their way to the top.
And now we here.
He honestly deserves this. And
Yeah.
I am happy. He is, a great wrestler in the ring. And he's somebody that's always been underrated, underappreciated. And anytime like somebody gets that opportunity, I'm always rooting for them. I just prefer him as a tag team guy. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the championship now that they're transitioning into TNA.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I could say on it because I don't really follow TNA as much. I know you don't either. I'm definitely going to be, watching Hard to Kill, and I think I'm going to make my decision after that, whether or not I'm going to start, paying attention more to TNA, but we're going to have to wait and see.
Yep.
But now let's get into more of the relevant champions. We have the AEW World Championship, MJF. The longest reigning champion.
We know for a fact that his reign has been nothing less than spectacular and has been a very entertaining and very character building run because it started as a heel and now we're in a very anti-hero babyface MJF, and it's honestly really exciting to see
he's
how
our
diverse
scumbag, Ben.
Yes, he is our scumbag, and it's been great to see how well he's been able to be himself and really get creative and show his range. And I think that, again, he's the next big thing, and he's, obviously currently a big thing right now. So, again, that's all I can really say about it is it's been nothing less than spectacular and perfect and spot on. So, he's made everything work, and the dude is a star. A star.
He is, and he's also winning in life because he's dating Tits McGee now.
Yep.
But honestly, like, I've been a huge fan of MJF since day one. Everybody knows it. I don't even have to like really, talk about that history there. I've watched him since day one, in the business. So to see him, on, top, like on top in AEW, I gotta say, like, he absolutely deserves it. I think that he is right now the best professional wrestler in the business right now. And I can argue that any day with anybody. But I don't know, like, they've done an incredible job with his world title run. He was, one of the top, heels. And now you're right. He is, one of those anti-hero, baby faces. And he is, I think, the draw right now in AEW, which is what's scary about the whole bidding war in 2024. Because I think that if he goes to the other side, AEW is fucked.
Yeah.
And I think that one thing that TK really needs to focus on is, building up more contenders for MJF, because Jay White is very established, but he hasn't been in AEW that long. And MJF has been, very protected. He's been very over, since coming back after, putting Wardlow over at Double or Nothing with this whole, reign of terror. But they need to start building other stars, because when they decide to, take the championship off of Max, like if you have, somebody that's not established and you just throw him in there, you're not going to get that big payoff. It's going to be, just another guy, another boring championship run. And I hope that's the route that they don't go in, because the only person at this point I see taking the title off of him is Adam Cole. It's the only thing that makes sense. But I feel like nobody right now is on the level of the Devil. So, like, they're fucked. AEW is fucked if he leaves. Pretty much. But let's get into the two main championships in the WWE. We have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship being held by Seth frickin' Rollins.
These next two are going to be very short.
Yes, they are.
They're going to be very short.
You're sick of
like
it
I said,
too.
I
am
respect Seth.
Me
I
too.
fucking love Seth. I think that dude can hang with literally anybody from the past, anybody in the future, and anybody here now, and it would be a 5-star classic. I have nothing but flowers for Seth Rollins. However, dude is the number one dude that needs a break right now, needs surgery, needs recoup time, needs family time, and needs to put wrestling in the rear view for a little bit, maybe for like a few months to a year, just to give him some fucking solid time off. He's been going nonstop.
Yeah,
Then
he's
he'll
been
be
the
exciting
workhorse.
again. And then he'll be exciting again. That will make headlines. Huge, exciting. He can even tease, be like, oh, I'm just liking this too much now, I'm not coming back, and then makes a massive pop. Like, again, nothing against him. It's stale as fuck. Drew should have won. That's it for me.
Yeah, Finn Balor should have won. Shinsuke should have won. Drew McIntyre should have won. And we're never going to see Drew McIntyre hold the world championship in WWE, and I won't be surprised if the man leaves in 2024. I will not be surprised.
Yep.
Which is sad, because Drew McIntyre deserved that moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yet again, they fuck him over.
Yep.
Seth Rollins, like you said, I
Goat.
totally agree. He deserves his flowers. He is one of the best right now in the business. But he's been on TV so long now, and it is becoming a little stale. It's becoming dry. The whole, singing with me thing is like just getting old at this point. You could tell when you watch the shows, the crowd's doing it less and less and less. And I think that they're, missing opportunities to create bigger stars. And the only way that I'm going to be okay with Rollins being champion is if they are setting up Seth Rollins versus Will Ospreay for WrestleMania 40. That's the only way I will be okay with all of, the trials and tribulations that we've, gone through with this title run. Only way. But we all know that's not going to happen, because in WWE, it's a whole nother universe. So they're not even going to acknowledge, what Will Ospreay has done. They're not going to throw him right in the picture right away. So I don't know. I'm just over the Seth Rollins thing. He needs a break. I'm with you.
Yeah.
And last but not least, the one I don't want to talk about.
Same.
The WWE Undisputed Universal fucking Champion, 1,000 fucking days, Roman fucking Reigns, the head of the table, the tribal queef, fucking bullshit.
Yep. I have no intentions on saying much other than it needs to end at this point, because if it goes past Mania, I'm done at that point, because at this point you're beating the shit out of a million rotting horses, and I'm just over it. So, lackluster, shit champion, mid performer at best, and
Should be
barely
wrestling
any
at.
charisma.
He should be wrestling at the Big Five. He should be wrestling at all Big Fives.
Especially if you're a champion. So, nope. Yeah, no. And he should be doing way more than 52 matches for his defenses. So, no. Bullshit. Sorry.
Nope. You don't have to be sorry at all.
So,
I definitely agree.
Big over it.
I'm over it. I'm over it at this point. Like, we all know what's going to happen.
I'm hungry.
Cody Rhodes is going to be the one to dethrone Roman, and we're getting closer and closer to, the road to WrestleMania, and they haven't done shit.
Mm-hmm.
And, what are they going to do? Let me guess. They're probably going to do, some type of match on Raw where loser leaves WWE. Cody's probably going to wrestle somebody, and then he loses, and then he shows up on SmackDown or something. Probably typical WWE fashion.
Yep.
Because I don't see him going back-to-back in the Rumble, but
yeah.
I don't know. This Roman Reigns run needs to end now, and I'm starting to lose hope at this point. WWE, they're just... I feel like they don't even know what to do.
Yeah.
But is there anything else before we close off this week's episode?
Nope.
I'm getting hungry too, Ben, after all that, all those champions that we had to cover.
Yeah, man.
But to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, let us know in the comment section below your thoughts on all, the champions that we covered this week on the Championship Showdown. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button now. Because, during, wrestling news weeks where there's nothing crazy going on, Ben and I, we do want to try some new things here on the podcast. And if you guys like this stuff, we'll continue trying different things. But if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already and you're listening, give us a 5-star review, not just any review, a best one review, and download the episode and follow us. But if you're not subscribed yet to the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel, where we have live watch-alongs, we have predictions, we have different wrestling podcasts, vlogs, all that good shit. Subscribe, turn on the post notifications. The link's down in the description below. You can go follow Ben and I over on our social medias and other YouTube pages, all that down below. And tomorrow, I will be at the big event, New York. So if you're there and you see me, come say what's up. Don't be shy. I'm going to be a social butterfly that day, so come say hi to me. And next Friday, Ben and I, we will be at Blitzkrieg Pro in Holyoke, Mass. So if you guys want to come hang out with us, we'll be over there. They're going to have a great show ahead of them. So we're going to be all over the place. And next Saturday, we do have, a watch-along for AEW Full Gear. But to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, we are taking over. Peace.